What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I'm sitting in our new vehicle, our family vehicle, my wife's vehicle. Before I tell you what it is, I want to explain what we came from. We came from a 2021 Sorento SX Prestige X-Line. Our lease was coming up, and we were kind of on a time crunch, so we wanted to go get a vehicle. We were shopping around for a vehicle. The color combos that we wanted, we are not super bougie when it comes to my wife's vehicles, so we didn't get crazy. She wanted white exterior, and as you can see, we settled for mahogany. We were gonna get something else. We did stay with Kia. Cat's out of the bag soon in a second, but I'm gonna show you the exterior. That's what we ended up doing. We went with a Kia again. We just felt like it was time to upgrade. We had to get a new vehicle. The vehicle I wanted to get was a Toyota Sequoia. That's what I want to end up in. So when we were picking this vehicle, we had that in our minds, and my wife wanted a particular budget to stick with. I commend her on that. I've never really tried to stick with a budget before. I've failed every time that I even thought I was going to try to take the budget route, and didn't work out for me. But I'm proud of her. She did well. We got a good deal on it. So we found an inbound vehicle to our local dealer. They gave us some good residual on the Sorento. We knew we were gonna take a downgrade a little bit model-wise with features, but we upgraded exterior visually. Not super happy with the upgrades yet. There's mods to be done, and I'm gonna show you what we got working out here. Excuse the wind, but this is our 2023 Kia Telluride EX, and I'm just going to give you a quick walk around and tell you what options we have, which are very few, limited few. We have side steps, which I absolutely hate. We're going to have to change. We have crossbars, which I love, so there's no changing that. I hate the silver here. I hate the silver here. That's getting vinyl wrapped and deleted. This silver, deleted. This, I don't know what the hell they were thinking with this trim not coming up all the way, thank God, but this is getting deleted. Rear bumper, deleted. This big blob here, getting deleted, can't stand it. Everything else I like. It needs tints, it will get tints. I might do wheels down the line, I haven't decided yet. It is a lease, so we're not doing anything too drastic. I would consider powder coating the roof rails. That's an option for me to think of to do, and possibly the exhaust tips. I'm not a super fan of the silver chrome things. I like everything else. You're gonna say like, oh, you know, why didn't I get an SX? Well, we didn't get an SX because when we went to go order it, there's just too many delays. The dealer told us that there were orders that were put in around December. We're in a time crunch, and they weren't even accepted yet. Then something happened down the southern part of the country where a bunch of Kias were damaged at the factory. So I think there was like a hailstorm or some kind of tornado or something happened, and they got damaged, so more people were waiting and more people got backed up. Lists started compiling, it got crazy. I started to panic. I knew we wanted to get a new vehicle. Telluride was always on our mind, as I mentioned, so we're happy. A couple things just need to change, like I said, the front windows, and you know, the things we did lose though, the surround camera for the reverse, the 360 surround, that is missed, but I could try to find a different way to add that somehow. The panoramic sunroof, that's missed, but she never really used that, so it's not that serious. But again, the 4-cylinder turbo motor, not missed. This is a 6 V6, so it definitely feels better. It's got more torque, more power. It's got a smoother power band. I'm very much happier with it. I wish the truck was a little taller and, you know, a little bit less low profile, but it does look sleek. I think I got to get rid of these side steps somehow. So that's something I'm going to look at getting done. I don't know what that noise is across the street. Sounds like somebody's killing something. A bird took a poopsie doodle on our front headlight. Props to you, bird. Not sure how the hell you managed that one. Good shot, good aim. But like I said, we're gonna just get rid of a couple things blacked out. I think the exterior look of this is gonna look pretty sick. I think there's, you know, a lot of potential. There's a lot of content coming to the channel on this vehicle, but I did film before this video that you're gonna see more of without the car seats. But again, we have 2 kids. We've had this car for a couple days already, and you know, it just is what it is. But this is basically how the car is gonna sit. It came with the back trunk mat this time, which I'm actually happy about, because last time we didn't have a trunk mat. I had to buy one. That was an annoying expense. Not that much of an expense, but still annoying. I like these. I do talk about these in the interior video, but I've never had a car with that before. That's like pretty cool. And definitely got to fix this fishbowl effect. But overall, very cool cabin space. I like the layout. We could have went with a little bit of a higher spec. I'm kicking myself in the butt that we didn't search more, but it's okay. For what we need right now, this is kind of just to get us through the next couple years. We might not even make it through the 3-year lease. We might end up getting out of the 3-year lease and possibly getting into a Sequoia, which is what I really want to get my wife into, hopefully. As I mentioned, I truly cannot stand this. Is hideous, but what are you gonna do? I don't get it. Maybe Rhino liner or something, or just a completely different one. I don't know. But interior wise, there's my energy drink, YOLO. Interior wise, it's not bad at all. It's a comfortable place to be. Exterior wise, it's popping, yo. It's lit. We're gonna take a ride on the inside so you can get my opinions about that. Not that my opinions matter. They might matter to somebody. Hey. So before I put the car seats in, I just wanted to go over the back seat real quick, just because I know that once the car seat's in, there's just no going back. This has more storage in this area than our Sorento did, because our Sorento had the tire jack and all that other stuff, but all of that stuff is in here now, so we don't have to worry about that. We do have a little extra bit of a cubby area, not much. There really isn't like a smoking ton of storage back here. These are the seats you'll never see again, but I wanted to show you what they look like. They do come down, so you can push that. Actually, I'm glad that I just did that, because there's still plastic here that they forgot to take off from the factory, that I'm gonna have to go in there and take off. It's okay. What are you gonna do, right? It's brand new. There's like 14 miles on it, and I believe 10 of those were from us. But that's what the back seat looks like. I'm curious if I can get in here. Now I'm 5'10", 235, and it's not the best space to be in, but you know, if we had this come back more, I would have even less room. But sitting normal with this up, now mind you, with a car seat, that's not possible. So for an adult, a full-size adult, I don't see this being a super comfy or luxurious place. I don't know. Third row, yes. Escalade third row, no. Wow, there's so much plastic stuff. This is for the seatbelt, I would assume. Yep. Okay, got cup holders. You know, I'm not gonna go too crazy into detail. It's a nice place to be. This is the mahogany interior. We almost got the terracotta again. We had the terracotta, and we decided against the terracotta because we had the terracotta. You know what's an interesting thing I figured out before? This goes down, and I thought it was broke, but it actually goes up to your liking. Like say you want to feel like you're, you know, leaning back and recline and going to the moon. There's that. So with the chairs all the way back, there's not like the most amount of room. Again, passenger seat is back quite a bit actually. So I guess there is enough room for a full-size adult. My wife sits like, that's crazy how close she sits to the to the steering wheel. That's absurd. You do get controls back here, which are pretty cool. They're just temperature controls buttons. You get USB-C charging here and here, and I'm assuming this is some kind of purse holder or puke bag holder for my kid. 12-volt charger right there in case you miss having a cigarette lighter for power. And like I said, the leather feels really good. It looks really good, and it's got the cup holders here, which is pretty cool for guests, which we'll never have because when you're married with 2 kids, you don't have a lot of guests. I do love the combination. It's got Telluride, and the color combo is pretty cool with the wood. My favorite part about inside here is this. I didn't even know this had this because obviously we didn't order this car brand new, but this is seriously something I've never had before. It does darken the interior nicely for the kids. I have a feeling I'm going to be getting all the windows tinted, and again we have the dongle thing here, the little ding-a-ling-a, and the front is a very nice place to be. It is a very nice place to be, so I'm going to show you that real quick. There is no way that she sits this high up in the car. It's like absurd. So what I like about this car, it's got this really nice center console area, a decent storage space, not a ton. It's got this little cubby area already. My wife's leaving stuff in there. I do love the space. It definitely is more, it definitely is a comfortable space to be in. So I'm happy, and yeah, man, I love it. I think in general, it's pretty cool. It's for the wifey. So other than the things that I already mentioned from the outside of the car that I do plan on changing, that I either like or don't like, there's really not a whole lot I don't like about it. It is a larger vehicle. I like that we went with the different color interior. You know, obviously we don't want to go back to having a black interior because, you know, we've had too many of those in the past, and honestly, I want color interior now. I enjoy that. The terracotta was just a little bit too much off the white, and sage interior. So, you know, it's not bad of an option. It just wasn't for my wife. She likes her white exterior, and the white's very nice. This vehicle does need to have a full decon done and some protection put on, probably some sealant with a wax topper. And we'll be going over this car and demonstrating lots and lots of products on this car as time goes on. But I do like the new logo a lot. I dig it a lot. The steering wheel feels really good. You're not getting like the top of the line everything, but you're getting enough. You're getting enough where it feels like a good place to be, and it's going to be a solid vehicle. We had no issues with the Sorento. I'm happier that we've got the V6 model instead of the 4-cylinder turbo. So overall, it's a good place to be. I like it, and lots of space. Pretty decent size glove box. The only other thing I don't like, obviously, is the sunroof's not a panoramic, but that's a two-way street for us here, okay? So I open my sunroof, my wife doesn't open her sunroof. One of the things I didn't like about the Sorento with the panoramic was how much of the roof was black, and then it had this little tiny section in the back of white paint that wasn't black. Like, they couldn't be bothered to just keep the whole roof painted black. They had that little section. At least with this, it's a regular size sunroof, which she probably won't open anyway, and then it's all white roof on the remaining part of it. So white paint, you know, I'm hoping the color white's gonna refract the sun and you know, help keep the car cool. Who knows? Nobody knows. I just want to show, I just put the car seats in, and there's something that I wish more car manufacturers did, because when you have daddy life, This design is incredible. So basically the seatbelt goes behind that loop, and then this goes in through the top. I don't know how good this is gonna come out. I'm gonna have to put some flashlight on this bad boy just to get an idea. It's incredible, and it's secure, so I don't have to worry about this banging, because he's not, you know, living the booster seat life at the moment. But yeah, we got both car seats in, everybody's secure, everybody's good, and daddy's happy. That's what matters. Well, mommy's happy. That's what matters too. It's a very cool setup here. Just like with the Sorento, you can change comfort, sport, smart, eco, snow. You can do the lock of the 4-wheel. Auto start and stop I can't stand. It's got heated and cooled seats. It's got a nice little handle here. It's got fast charge, so you could put that in there. And it's got the wireless pad charger there. It has 12 volts. It's got the USB charging. I don't know, I just like the layout. I think it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool place to be. It's got some styling here. That's not bad. Yo, my wife turned the vent off. Who turns vents off? Like, just lower the air. Why do you have to turn them off? Like, hello? Car's 133 miles. I believe we picked it up. There was less than 10. So it's being driven already half a tank of gas. I'm sure I'm gonna hear the complaints from her about that. But in general, I think it's a much better, smoother ride. And like I said, when you change the mode, it'll change the colors there. Nothing crazy. We usually leave it in smart mode because honestly, you know, depending on how you're driving, it's just gonna do its thing and change. And the screen, it's all the same same setup as the last car. Same thing. You know, same controls basically. It's nice touchscreen, it's intuitive. Tells you that it's charging right there. I like the nice trim. I like the colors, how they play off each other. It's definitely more of like a chocolatey than it is a mahogany. So I enjoy it. It's pretty cool. Nice. Nice big sunroof. Now if you're looking for like some in-depth car review thing, like with all the details and all the trimmings like a Thanksgiving dinner, this is not the channel for you. Never was, never will be. But this is just my honest opinion. So I'm gonna let my camera cool down. We're gonna drive, and then that's the end of that. Okay, so we're driving. Here's the bumpiest possible road where the car seats would just literally go crazy, and my hand's gonna fall off. So one thing I do know that from experience here is this car is just a lot smoother by a metric ton than the Sorento. It's just much better. It rides better, it sounds better, noise insulation on the inside better. It just feels smoother, and I'm overall a lot happier with it. So can't really complain. Like I said though, I wish it wasn't so low to the ground, because that's a little weird. You know, I get it, like visually it's definitely a cool thing, but you know, being so low to the ground, I don't know, you want to have that confidence, like if it's a big snowstorm, where am I gonna go? You know what I mean? Like what if it's a little bit of a deeper snow? It depends on how deep the snow gets. We might actually end up not being able to go through it. Even though there's 4-wheel drive, it's not gonna be able to go through it. But yeah, it's definitely a solid, comfortable vehicle. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to drive it around a lot more. I dig this Kia emblem. I know it sounds vain, but after my year came out, the one before this, the 21 came out, the year later the Sorento switched, and I think this one switched too, to the new Kia emblem. The old Kia emblem was absolutely horrible. it just was yuck, if that makes any sense. But yeah, this thing definitely drives much better. The brakes are absolutely top notch compared to what I was dealing with on the other vehicle. The steering wheel even is just a massive upgrade visually. Like I said, I don't have all of the creature comforts on this. It's not a fully max effort, maxed out vehicle, and you know, I could have ordered one of those, but as I mentioned before, we are looking at getting a Sequoia or something similar along those lines. Maybe, you know, I don't know, maybe even a Denali, something large. We like the larger vehicles now that we've got the Escalade. Having a family inside of the larger vehicle is a what are you doing, is a much better situation. It's just creature comfort wise, inside, comfortable, spacious. That's the way a vehicle should be when you have 2 kids, potentially 3 eventually. Who knows what's going to happen, but definitely cool. And I haven't seen this in a long time, but yep, sunglass holder. Yikes, so cool, so cool. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Let me know what you think about the Telluride. If you're a fan of the body style, if you're a fan of the 2023, they did change the interior. I don't really honestly know what the interior looked like before this, because I never really like looked that hard at the Telluride. I did want one, but I never really looked that hard. What I do know is that it's definitely changed enough to the point where ProClip doesn't have a clip for it, and they're in design phase for it. I've been waiting for my ProClip same way on my Escalade, and that's probably coming out hopefully this week, the week of the filming of this. But yeah, that's really all I have. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you are an OCD OG, I appreciate it. As I said, let me know what you think about this Telluride, if you think it's pretty cool, if you think it's a downgrade from the Sorento, if you think it's an upgrade, if you like the idea of you know, getting rid of the silver trim, let me know. Like I said, tinted windows are going to be inbound. I will be putting other stuff in here. I'm going to be putting a Blackview dash cam, and I'll be doing a video installing that on here. I'm going to be getting the ProClip when it comes out, and I'll be putting that in here. And I just ordered tux mats, oddly enough. I love tux mats. Even though I didn't have the best experience with the tux mats on my Escalade, I have them back in there right now, and I've just in general thoroughly liked tux mats. And when you have kids, that's the kind of way you want to, you know, veer, in my opinion. It's just much safer, it's easy to clean, and it looks cool. It gives it more of a luxury feel when you're driving around. A better padding for your foot, better thud when your foot's slapping on the ground. Just in general, really cool. What in the F is in front of us? I don't even know what that car is, but that's cool. So anyway, I hope everybody's staying happy, healthy, and humble, and I'll see you guys on the next one. I'll be doing a lot of videos on the Telluride, especially detailing videos. This thing is going to be great for me, because now with the damn Escalade having, you know, matte PPF, it limits some of the things I can do or want to do, or how ballsy I am with certain stuff. So I definitely need to get my ass in gear to start filming a lot more on here, testing more products on here, trying out new things on here. So I look forward to that, I really do. And yeah, that's all. I'll see you guys on the next one.